Tier 7, Substandard Spiders. This baseline tier in the Spider-Verse hierarchy encompasses spider heroes whose physical capabilities within the physical world fall markedly below Spider-Man standards perimeters, or whose powers are strictly restricted to specialized digital, virtual, or cartoonish environments. While these characters are genuine spider variants who demonstrate undeniable bravery and unique heroism, they lack the raw physical tonnage capacity, cellular durability, and lethal physical potency of standard Earth 616 arachnid champions. Outside of their native conditions or without specialized environmental accommodation, their combat stats diminish drastically, placing them at the bottom of the power hierarchy within measured against traditional physical combatants across the Marvel multiverse. Spider-Bite. Imagine living in a world where everyone spends their whole day logged into the ultimate virtual reality internet. Marvel introduced Margot Kess back during the Spider-Geddon crossover event. Coming straight from Earth 22191, this super smart high school student realized her society had a massive digital crime problem. Rogue hackers, identity thieves, and cyberbullies were running wild all over the network. Margot decided to fix this mess by using her elite coding skills to build a customized spider hero avatar named Spider-Bite. As a digital vigilante, she spends her time patrolling the online grid to keep normal cyber citizens safe from bad programs. Her superpowers are pretty awesome, but they come with one giant catch. Inside cyberspace, Spider-Bite has absolute strength, crazy agility, wall crawling, and web shooters that fire light code webbing. She can rewrite computer code on the fly, phase through digital structures, and trap malware in programmed firewalls. What happens when she logs off? Absolutely nothing cool. Real-life Margot is just an average teenager with zero biological mutations, no physical strength, and no real-world spidey sense. Without a computer monitor, she's totally defenseless against actual physical attacks. In Vault of Spiders issue number 1, Margot tracked down a sneaky digital identity thief and trapped him inside a customized code grid. Later on, her genius earned her a spot in the Multiversal Spider Army during Spider-Geddon. Working alongside Karn the Master Weaver, Spider-Bite used her smarts to hack alien dimensional technology and decode complex multiversal travel codes. She cannot punch a giant cosmic monster in the face, but her ability to control digital systems makes her a top-tier tactical specialist. She is basically the tech team support, which means everyone leaves her alone until the Wi-Fi drops. Spider-Ham. Ever wonder what happens when a normal spider gets bitten by a radioactive pig? You get Peter Porker from Earth 8311, a wild universe where every hero is a talking animal. He started out as a simple spider hanging around the basement lab of May Porker, an eccentric pig scientist. May invented an atomic-powered hairdryer and accidentally zapped herself with radiation. In a state of total confusion, May bit the poor spider. The atomic reaction turned him into a walking pig with spider powers. Taking May's last name while keeping his original spider brain, he became Spider-Ham to protect his weird cartoon world from danger. This porcine hero combines spider powers with ridiculous cartoon physics, often called toon logic. Peter Porker can lift several tons, crawl on walls, stick to ceilings, and dodge attacks using a functional spider sense. His actual superpower is his insane cartoon durability. He can get crushed flat by a heavy industrial steamroller, stretched like rubber, or blown up by a bomb, only to pop back into shape a second later. On top of that, he pulls giant wooden mallets, fresh pies, and portable holes out of thin air. His raw physical lifting power remains low, but his toon logic makes him almost impossible to destroy. Throughout his comic runs, Spider-Ham regularly embraces classic cartoon villains like Doctor Doom and the Swinister Six using funny slapstick traps. During the 2014 Spider-Verse comic storyline, his silly cartoon nature saved the entire spider army. The Inheritors were busy hunting and eating spider totems across the multiverse, but Porker used his toon physics to absorb attacks that would instantly kill normal people. In one wild fight, he disguised himself as a baby spider totem to trick the cosmic villain Genix into wasting his energy. Defeating a terrifying cosmic vampire with a pig costume is certainly one way to earn a paycheck. Tier 6 Baseline Spider Class. This foundational tier establishes the standard benchmark for all arachnid superhumans throughout Marvel Comics. defined by the physical statistics and biological baseline of Earth 616 Peter Parker. Spider heroes classified within Tier 6 possess proportional spider strength, allowing them to lift between 10 to 25 tons under normal physical conditions, reaction times roughly 40 times faster than the finest human athlete, precognitive threat detection via the spider sense, wall crawling via electrostatic attraction, and enhanced cellular durability. They represent the golden ratio of physical power, agility, combat instinct, and tactical intellect, serving as the core baseline against which all other spider variants across the multiverse are evaluated. Spider-Man. Getting bitten by a radioactive spider sounds terrible, but getting it worked out great for a nerdy teenager named Peter Parker. As the flagship hero of Earth 616, Peter initially tried to use his new powers to earn fast cash and easy fame in professional wrestling. Everything changed when he ignored a fleeing burglar who later killed his Uncle Ben. Heartbroken and filled with regret, Peter learned that great power brings great responsibility. He put on his legendary mask to protect New York City, eventually joining major teams like the Avengers and the Fantastic Four while keeping his core values intact. Peter sets the standard template for every spider totem in existence. He comfortably lifts 10 to 25 tons, but intense emotional stress can push his strength past 50 tons. His hyperactive nervous system gives him reflexes 40 times faster than a regular human, letting him dodge bullets with ease. Subatomic electrostatic attraction allows him to stick to walls, while his body heals faster than normal. What makes him truly dangerous is his spider sense, a precognitive warning system linked to the web of life and destiny. He also built his own mechanical web shooters using his own genius chemistry knowledge. His history is filled with iconic moments that redefined superhero comics forever. In The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 33, Peter got trapped under a giant multi-ton steel structure while water flooded the room. He pushed past his limits and lifted the metal to save Aunt May. He routinely beats the entire Sinister Six by himself, fought Juggernaut to his standstill using quick thinking, and knocked out Firelord, a cosmic herald of Galactus. During Secret Wars, he even humiliated the entire X-Men roster in a fight sequence. Not bad for a guy who still struggles to pay his monthly rent on time. Ghost Spider, aka Spider-Gwen. What if the radioactive spider skipped Peter Parker and bit his teenage classmate instead? That is exactly what happened on Earth 65 when cool drummer Gwen Stacy became Spider-Woman. She designed a stylish white and purple suit, but her hero career got messy fast. Her best friend Peter Parker was tired of getting bullied, so he drank a secret formula that turned him into a giant lizard monster. Peter died in her arms after a brutal fight, leaving Gwen framed for his murder. Hunted by the police force, led by her own father, Gwen kept saving people anyway, eventually taking the name Ghost Spider. Gwen packs the exact same physical punch as baseline Earth 616 Peter Parker. She can lift 10 to 20 tons, moves with blinding speed, crawls on walls, and uses a spider sense to dodge dangerous attacks. Her drumming experience gives her amazing rhythm and balance, making her acrobatic fights look like a choreographed dance routine. She started out using mechanical web shooters made by her world's Janet Van Dyne, which turned air moisture into web fluid. Later on, she bonded with a synthetic venom symbiote, gaining organic webbing and shapeshifting without losing her spider powers. Her track record proves she is a tough fighter who can handle multiversal chaos. Gwen took down her universe's corrupt mob boss, Matt Murdock, taking out his empire despite his intense training. During the major Spider-Verse and Spider-Geddon events, Ghost Spider acted as a key leader, surviving encounters with the Inheritors and stopping an evil alternate Green Goblin. Thanks to a special dimensional travel device, she even managed to attend college on Earth 616 while keeping her home reality safe. Balancing interdimensional heroism with passing college exams sounds like an absolute nightmare, but she manages to pull it off. Tier 5, Tech-Augmented and Bio-Enhanced Spiders. The tech-augmented and bio-enhanced classification consists of spider heroes who match or slightly exceed baseline spider physicals while incorporating substantial secondary biological or technological traits. These additional capabilities include bioelectrical venom blasts, active optical camouflage, organic webbing spinners, venomous paralytic fangs, claw-like talons, and futuristic cybernetic armor prove a decisive tactical advantage over standard Spider-class heroes. They are exceptionally versatile combatants capable of subduing opponents far above their weight class through specialized bioenergy output, stealth ambushes, or futuristic technology. Miles Morales. Stealing things from Oscorp is always a bad idea, especially when you bring home a bioengineered spider. Miles Morales was a normal Brooklyn kid living on Earth 1610 when a spider escaped from his criminal uncle Aaron Davis and bit him. Miles just wanted a normal life, but everything changed when his reality's Peter Parker died fighting the Green Goblin. Realizing he had to step up, Miles became the new Spider-Man. Following the destruction of the multiverse and Secret Wars, Miles and his entire family were folded directly into main Earth 616's Marvel Universe, where he works alongside the original Peter Parker. Miles has standard spider stats, including 10 to 15 ton strength, wall crawling, extreme agility, and a trusty spider sense. What makes him special are his 2 extra bio enhancements. His famous Venom Strike lets him generate powerful bioelectricity through his hands, paralyzing enemies and short-circuiting heavy tech. He can project this electricity or shape it into a glowing Venom Saber sword. His second trick is active camouflage, which bends light around his body and makes him completely invisible. Combining invisible stealth with shocking electric attacks gives him a massive edge over standard spider heroes. His bioelectric attacks have allowed him to punch way above his weight class. Miles uses a concentrated venom blast to single-handedly drop Blackheart, a literal demon lord who had just beaten the main Avengers team. He's knocked out giant villains like Rhino, Armadillo, and Ultimo with single electric strikes. During their first crossover meeting with the Spider-Man miniseries, Miles accidentally zapped Earth 616 Peter Parker and knocked him out cold. He even earned the respect of Molecule Man during Secret Wars by giving him an old hamburger. Bringing a cosmic entity a snack turns out to be a great survival strategy. Spider-Man 2099. Living in a futuristic dystopian city run by evil corporations sounds tough, but Miguel O'Hara made it work. Working as the head geneticist for Alchemax in Nueva York, Miguel tried to recreate the powers of the original Spider-Man. When he tried to quit his job, his evil boss, Tyler Stone, tricked him into taking a super addictive drug called Rapture. Miguel tried to use his gene splicing machine to wipe the drug from his system, but a jealous coworker sabotaged the machine. The process fused his DNA with a spider, turning him into Spider-Man 2099. Miguel is slightly stronger than baseline spiders, lifting around 30 tons with ease. Unlike Peter, Miguel does not have a precognitive spider sense. Instead, he has hyperaccelerated vision, and hearing that process information so fast, he leaves behind speed illusions when moving. His body features organic web spinners in his forearms, sharp talons in his hands and feet that slice through concrete, and sharp fangs that eject paralyzing venom into enemies. He wears a suit made from unstable molecule fabric with a gliding cape. Miguel has spent years tearing down the Alchemax corporate empire while fighting futuristic villains like Venom 2099 and Goblin 2099. He has traveled back in time to Earth 616, teaming up with Peter Parker to stop dangerous temporal collapses caused by corporate technology. His razor claws slice through futuristic military armor, and his hypervision lets him dodge auto-targeting laser cannons without breaking a sweat. Eventually, Miguel took over Alchemax as the new CEO and reformed it from the inside. Turning your former evil employer into a good company is the ultimate corporate revenge story. Tier 4 Heavy Hitters. Tier 4 represents a massive physical escalation in the Spider-Verse hierarchy, moving beyond human-scale tonnage to true heavy hitter status. Spider heroes in this tier either possess severe physical mutations that double or triple baseline spider strength, or are permanently or symbiotically fused with alien symbiotes like Venom. Heroes in Tier 4 operate in the 40 to over 80 ton lifting capacity range. They feature hyperaccelerated cellular regeneration, blade-resistant biomass, organic weaponry, and immense durability capable of shrugging off high-caliber explosive artillery, point-blank missile impacts, and devastating physical beatings from high-tier supervillains. Scarlet Spider. Being a clone is hard, but being a failed clone is even worse. Kane Parker was created by the Jackal on Earth 616 as a genetic test subject, but he suffered from a cellular degeneration that damaged his skin and mind. He spent years acting as a dark anti-hero, hunting down Peter Parker and Ben Reilly. Everything changed during the Grim Hunt storyline, where Kane sacrificed his life to save Peter. He was reborn through a mystical cocoon as the avatar of the Other, a primordial spider god. Cured of his genetic disease, Kane moved to Houston and became the new Scarlet Spider as the champion of the Other. Kane possesses physical strength far above standard spider levels, comfortably lifting 40 to 50 tons. He has retractable bone stingers in his wrists, organic web generators, night vision, and the ability to talk telepathically to real spiders. Because he is a reborn clone, Kane is completely invisible to Peter Parker's spider sense. Kane lacks a spider sense of his own, so he relies on heavy durability, brute force, and feral instincts to overpower his enemies. During his time in Houston, Kane proved himself to be an absolute powerhouse. He defeated Anna Krakenov and punched Kraven Hunter straight through his chest, using a quick heart restart trick to break Kraven's curse. During the Spider-Verse event, when the other cosmic villain, Solus, was tearing through spider heroes, Kane gave full control to the Other. He transformed into a massive spider monster and single-handedly killed Solus on the spot. Turning a giant spider monster is terrifying, but it certainly gets results in a multiversal war. Agent Venom. Starting out as Peter Parker's high school bully sounds like a bad start, but Flash Thompson grew up to be a true hero. He became a close friend to Peter and joined the military deploying to Iraq. Flash showed incredible bravery, saving his fellow soldiers under fire, but the battle cost him both of his legs below the knees. Wanting to keep serving his country, Flash volunteered for Project Rebirth 2.0. The government bonded him with the captured Venom symbiote, giving him legs and superpowers while setting strict time limits to keep the alien suit under control. Bonded with Venom, Flash operates in the massive 50 to 80 ton strength class. The symbiote makes him immune to regular bullets, explosives, and blunt impacts while regenerating lost tissue in seconds. He can regenerate organic webs, create tendrils, crawl on walls, and see thermal signatures. What makes Flash so dangerous is his military background, allowing him to combine alien shapeshifting with heavy weapons like assault rifles and rocket launchers. Flash earned a legendary reputation across the universe, working with the Secret Avengers, Thunderbolts, and Guardians of the Galaxy. He fought Red Hulk to a standstill, tanking direct punches from the powerhouse. During the Circle of Four event, Flash performed a crazy move by bonding with the Venom symbiote and the Spirit of Vengeance at the same time. He rode a fiery hell cycle while shooting fire to smash the Demon Lord Blackheart. Becoming a symbiote-powered Ghost Rider is ridiculously awesome, proving that former high school bullies can turn out okay after all. Tier 3, Biological Anomalies. Entities classified within Tier 3 represent a radical departure from traditional humanoid anatomy and biological limitations. Rather than relying on a single organic body with muscles and bone structure, these spider variants possess swarming collective consciousnesses, extreme genetic mutations, and devolved eldritch physical forms. Conventional physical combat techniques, pressure point strikes, bludgeoning force, and lethal sharp force trauma prove largely ineffective against them. Their physical existence transcends human vulnerability, granting them terrifying durability, immense brute force, and unpredictable biological weaponry that can overwhelm even high-tier superhuman opponents. Spider-Man. Accidents in lab basements usually result in a simple bug bite, but Earth 1158-0 went completely off the deep end. Young Peter Parker visited Horizon Labs and tumbled straight into a massive vat containing thousands of hungry, radioactively altered spiders. Instead of giving him cool powers, the ravenous colony devoured his skin, internal organs, and brain in seconds. What's wild is the bugs absorbed his central nervous system while eating him, merging Peter's memories and morals into a shared mind. The entire colony now operates as a single hive mind that actually thinks it's Peter Parker. Wearing an iconic classic costume to hold a human shape, Spider-Man walks around acting like a regular superhero. Having a body built entirely from thousands of living spiders makes normal physical combat pretty useless. Without any actual bones, organs, or brain to hit, physical attacks just pass right through his swarm. Bullets slip through the cracks while punching him just shatters a few bugs around. On top of that, he breaks his humanoid shape apart instantly to slide through small air vents, keyholes, and sewer pipes. What makes it even crazier is his offensive capability, because he can pour thousands of biting spiders into enemy armor to consume bad guys from the inside out. During the Spider-Geddon event, the Multiversal team brought him along specifically for his terrifying combat style. In Vault of Spiders, this bug swarm tracked down and devoured dangerous threats that normal heroes could not handle. Facing off against alternate Norman Osborn variants, Spider-Man melted his human shape into a crawling wave, bypassing heavy security barriers and swallowing armored enemies. What's worse, energy blasts that usually vaporize humans barely bother his decentralized swarm body. Terrifying bug swarms eating bad guys inside out is definitely one way to keep street crime off the local news. Man-Spider. Trying to cure your superpowers with sketchy science experiments is a great way to turn into a literal nightmare. During the classic Six-Arm Saga, Peter Parker took a special chemical serum to remove his powers. The formula reacted terribly with his mutated blood, causing him to grow 4 extra arms overnight. Trips into the Savage Land and exposure to weird mutagenic compounds built by the Jackal and Magneto melted his human intellect completely. Peter devolved into a wild 6-armed predatory beast known as Man-Spider. Losing human speech and tactical logic sounds bad, but his raw physical power shoots up into the massive 80 to 100 ton lifting class. His skin thickens into heavy chitinous armor shell that shrugs off armor-piercing bullets. 6 powerful limbs end in razor-sharp talons, while extra compound eyes give him a full 360-degree field of view. What's more, his belly gains organic spinnerets that shoot thick, acid-laced silk webs. Massive fangs in his mouth pump heavy neurotoxic venom that paralyzes prey on contact. Subduing this wild beast usually requires a whole team of heavy hitters working together. In the Savage Land, Man-Spider fought Kraven the Hunter and Khazar together, ignoring nerve toxins and sharp spears through raw durability. What's surprising is how easily this monstrous form crushes opponents through pure animal aggression. Turning into a 6-armed monster really ruins any chances of having a normal weekend. Tier 2 Multiversal Anchors. Tier 2 marks the transition into supernatural, mystical, and multiversal cosmic entities. Spider heroes in this tier possess powers that bypass standard physical durability entirely. They either command hellish infernal energies capable of burning souls, phase through physical matter at will, or serve as the fundamental dimensional pillars holding the web of life and destiny all together. Their abilities allow them to alter spatial coordinates across dimensions, rewrite the destinies of arachnid champions, or destroy cosmic threats using supernatural forces that operate beyond the laws of conventional physics. Spirit Spider. Stealing powers from alternate realities sounds fun, like a full-time villain job, but Earth 11638 Peter Parker learned this lesson the hard way. Operating as a famous rich hero named the Amazing Spider, Peter used interdimensional technology to trap alternate spider heroes and absorb their energy. Mainstream Earth 616 Peter Parker called him out on his evil actions, convincing him to change his ways. Earth 11638 Peter sacrificed his life to save his counterpart, dying in a lab explosion that sent his soul straight to hell. Bruce Banner, who was the Sorcerer Supreme in this world, rescued Peter's soul and fused it with the Spirit of Vengeance, resurrecting him as Spirit Spider. Combining standard spider abilities with demonic Ghost Rider magic makes him virtually impossible to destroy with physical weapons. He controls hellfire, blasting flames from his hands or infusing it into webs to burn physical bodies and immortal souls simultaneously. Phasing through solid walls and teleporting across magical dimensions comes naturally on his mystical form. On top of that, he wields the iconic penance stare, forcing bad guys to feel every piece of pain they ever caused others. Right after coming back to life, Spirit Spider wiped out entire armies of demons trying to invade Earth. Fighting alongside Bruce Banner and Earth 616 Peter, he fired massive hellfire waves that vaporized groups of magical enemies instantly. What's even crazier, his penance stare knocked out cosmic magical entities, proving hellish flames beat standard physics every time. Having a flaming skull face definitely saves money on Halloween costumes. The Master Weaver. Controlling the fate of the entire multiverse sounds stressful, but somebody has to run to the central loom. The original Master Weaver was a godlike entity captured by the Inheritors, a family of interdimensional vampires operating on Earth 001. Forced to weave the web of life and destiny, this ancient Weaver controlled reality connections until Superior Spider-Man killed him to break the villain's control. Karn, a reformed inheritor who helped the Spider Army, stepped up to take the vacant position. Bonding directly with the cosmic threads, Karn became the new Master Weaver. Sitting at the central of the Great Web grants complete spatial authority over every timeline in the Marvel multiverse. Karn sees past, present, and future events occurring across all parallel realities simultaneously. Opening portals to drop entire armies into alternate worlds happens with a simple hand gesture. What's more, he can snip specific reality threads to disconnect dying universes and weave fresh pathways to fix damaged timelines. Throughout the events of Web Warriors and Spider-Geddon, Karn kept the whole multiversal spider network from collapsing into total chaos. He built cross-dimensional teleporters for allies while tracking rogue inheritors across hundreds of parallel worlds. Repairing frayed threads of reality by hand stopped multiple realities from dissolving completely. What's even better, when the inheritors tried to escape their prison world, Karn manipulated the web to coordinate a multi-dimensional trap. Sitting in a chair weaving string all day turns out to be a great way to save reality. Tier 1, God Tier. At the supreme peak of the Spider-Universe power hierarchy stands Tier 1, God Tier. This entry represents instances where the spider hero becomes fused with fundamental cosmic forces of the Marvel Universe, such as the Enigma Force. The character in Tier 1 is far beyond planetary dimensional boundaries. They command near infinite power, allowing them to manipulate matter at the subatomic level, manipulate space and time, travel faster than light, and alter reality itself with a simple thought. He is a true cosmic god capable of destroying or recreating entire star systems, defeating entities like Galactus or Thanos, and reshaping the fundamental laws of physics. Cosmic Spider-Man. Keeping cosmic god power permanently turns a regular street-level hero into an unstoppable galactic guardian. On Earth 13, Peter Parker bonded with the Enigma Force, becoming Captain Universe during an event similar to the main Earth 616 storyline. Mainstream Peter eventually gave up this power, but Earth 13 Peter kept the Cosmic God Force forever. Using infinite energy, Cosmic Spider-Man turned his planet into a peaceful paradise completely free of crime. Earth 13 became the ultimate safe zone for the multiversal spider army during the opening moves of the Spider-Verse crisis. Possessing the Enigma Force pushes his physical abilities straight into God territory, letting him trade hits with Thor, Silver Surfer, or Hulk without taking damage. Univision lets him see through matter, energy, and time down to the subatomic level. Flying faster than light through space comes easy alongside subatomic matter manipulation and destructive cosmic energy blasts. What makes it even crazier is his upgraded cosmic awareness, alerting him to threats happening light years away. During his brief Earth 616 stint in The Amazing Spider-Man 329, Peter punched the Hulk into orbit with one strike and destroyed an adamantium tri-sentinel with a single beam. On Earth 13, in Amazing Spider-Man Volume 3, Number 9, Cosmic Spider-Man guarded the Spider Army Sanctuary. When the Inheritor Genix invaded Earth 13, Cosmic Spider-Man raised his hand and instantly vaporized the vampire on a molecular level. Being a cosmic god makes protecting your neighborhood a whole lot easier. Well, that's it for this one. If you liked the video, hit that like button. Subscribe for more and ring the bell so you never miss a drop. Craving more stories from comics, movies, and beyond? Check out this video right here. Cheers and see you in the next one.